Obviously, it survived in advance, and I thought Siena had a great game plan. And again, obviously, they play great defense. Why they're ranked 22nd in the country. Obviously, Erica had an incredible game. Why she's the player of the year in the conference. Our defense was solid again. Got nice production from Maria off the bench as far as, Serena Moore's an excellent player and, tough to defend inside. But I thought we did really a good enough job, especially on their guards, and handled their pressure well enough. We were a little sloppy on offense, but, we survived. We advanced to the championship Monday, and we have a great opponent in Loyola. Teams that finished with the two best records in the conference, survived to this stage, and now we see what happens.
For the second straight day, wasn't the best offensive start for you. Does that concern you at all going into Monday's game?
It always does, but again, heck, Siena held Fairfield to 15, and Fairfield's got some shooters, so not surprising. You got to see what they're going to do and how they're playing certain things, and I think every game in this tournament by every team has started off slow. And again, why? People are geared up defensively. They just get after you. And, we had shots. We just missed them. And that happens sometimes.
What did you say to your team going into halftime? Shooting only 34%.
The biggest thing, we had a 3-point lead. And again, we had to make some adjustments defensively. We did some things that weren't smart at times. Some silly fouls, not being up and knowing the shot clock, that was down to 4 and giving up the 3 late. But, is that we hadn't played well offensively, we still had a lead. We came out and, we got going fairly well. And again, our defense has been the constant.
Erica, how do you describe the game you had today?
I just try to come out and start early, My brother texts me every day, and he says, start early, be aggressive, don't take a back seat, because then we're going to start off extremely slow. If I'm not confident, then no one else is going to be confident. So, I felt good in warm-ups, and, good thing it translated to the game, except that one air ball.
Let's talk about Maria earlier. Could you just talk about, the rebounding entry? I said Corielle had 10, Elise had 8.
Well, again, our guards have been some of our best rebounders. Our bigs are trying to do a good enough job of keeping their bigs off the boards, and our guards come in and pick up some of the stuff that's left. And, that's going to happen. Bigs go up against each other, balls get tipped, and that's why we have our guards in there. And, it's not surprising that they had 8 and 10. I mean, Corielle is our leading rebounder. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Ryan, Moore did not shoot well in any of the 3 games where they played you. Was it just that you're able to throw those big bodies at, or is it something else?
Well, I think we make it difficult enough where are they going to go into or are they not going to? I don't know what she shot percentage-wise. I know she didn't shoot well the second time we played at 3 for 17. I don't know what today was, but
6 of 18.
Okay. Again, we get a hand up. That's why I was getting a little upset with some of the fouls that we committed over the back. It's like we got enough people, and our big people are good enough where they get their hand up, and they may not block the shot, but they make it difficult for her to see. And her best games again been against the smaller posts. So we've been able to do a pretty good job on her this year, and because we have a two-headed monster in the post, that can defend. And so I was really pleased. I know for a long period of time they only had 1 offensive rebound. I don't know what they ended up with, but probably a few because they start getting, they start really getting after it. But we had done a lot of one and done, and I can't say enough of the job that these guards do. Because Centeno and Garland are very good players, and Kathy Cochran probably wishes she played Marist 20 times a year because she's only made 7 threes, and 4 of them have been against us, and actually she hasn't missed her last 4. Actually, she did miss 1. Ooh, thank God. So, that's what we give up, and she sits there and says, hey, great game plan, coach. Because she sticks them on us. But again, we did enough good things defensively to, you know, keep us going, and I was extremely pleased. You know, when she went triangle into, we had stuff where we got our best people shots as well. So.
Corielle, Coach mentioned yesterday you were under the weather. Today you come out, get the double-double. How are you feeling today?
A whole lot better than yesterday and the last couple days. I was just felt a little weak, but I knew that we needed a huge game today, and Siena was going to come out with everything they have, and it was huge for us to come out in the start.
Erica, I don't know how many close games you've been in at halftime in league play. I mean, was there any concern on the team's part when you're going only up 3, or how do you guys feel?
There was no concern. You know, we had our heads down a little bit, but Giorgis reminded us that we had a 3-point lead. And, you know, we came out in the second half, and the starters, we kind of just huddled up and said, you know, let's make this 5 minutes count, because the first 5 minutes, you know, are key, and I think we did that.
Erica, the past 2 days you've been 10 for 11 from three-point shooting. How has your three-point shooting progressed your 4 years in Marist?
Well, I don't know. It's just being confident, I think. You know, I was in a slump earlier this year because I was just thinking about it too much. And right now I'm just really focused and confident for now.
Well, Erica, we've both been at these tournaments before, but now with the break and the day off tomorrow, how do you view that time?
Just a time to regroup and refocus. I mean, Loyal is a great team, and they're on a good run right now, and we need time to rest and put some things together, and hopefully we can give them a good one on Monday.
I agree.
Yeah, this is new territory
Yeah.
because of Championship Monday, of having the day off. So, you know, we're not even sure what we're going to do. We're going to just, you know, enjoy tonight, watch some film later, and get after it tomorrow. And hopefully we're ready to go on Monday.
Corielle, what's it like to have, you know, a leader like Erica on the floor? When you guys are down, she's taking big shots for you and she's stepping up.
It's awesome. I mean, when she's hitting like she has been lately, I'm looking for her on all places throughout the floor. If you get it to her, she's patenting my assist, so I'm going to get it to her.
Erica, can you just talk for a second about how it feels to be in a tournament like this when you're in the semifinals, and just to find yourself in that zone where you just feel that everything's going to go in, how that affects you when you're out on the court?
I think it helps, you know, not only for me to be confident, but for my teammates. You know, if I'm struggling, you know, they might struggle and be a little down, but if I'm going to be the leader of this team, I got to be confident and keep my head up the entire time. You know, I missed some shots early, but I just try to settle down and lead the team as best as I could.
Coach, what are the aspects of this game you can take in to help you against Loyola from a positive standpoint and from a negative standpoint?
Well, mainly our defense. You know, we've played pretty good defense. We've had good defensive efforts against them both times this year. I mean, obviously they've gotten better. I'd like to think our defense has gotten better. I'm not looking at the negatives right now. I'm looking at the things that we do and we do well. And, you know, there's still 18 to 22-year-old kids that sometimes, you know, get upset with themselves, kind of perfectionists and stuff. And the main thing that you have to do is reinforce them that they're good players. And, you know, that's basically what I'm trying to do.
Last question.
Was that a reference, Erica, I saw you getting a little frustrated when you missed those free throws at the end of the game. Was that a reference to that, or was that
our team is as good as any team in the country at beating themselves up. And again, over even sometimes some of the little things, you know, and again, sometimes I like when she gets mad though, because then, you know, she kind of takes over and wants to do things, and where some people might get scared, no, I don't want to make another mistake because George is yelling, she wants the ball. So, yeah, she gets tough like that.